an old wagon wheel that was brought in for refinishing, and you can see that it had a heavy coat of red paint, and because a lot of this wood is an open porous wood, you can see that the red paint is actually inside the wood. You're not going to get it out with stripping. There was over 8 hours of stripping and this red paint didn't come out. So what do you do with it? How do you work with it? Well, you can work with this red color, and this customer actually was in and saw another one that I did and really liked the color. So I'll just basically give you an example of how we can take a stain with an undesirable look and do some toning and get it to the color that the customer actually was visualizing. So what I did earlier was I mixed a stain, 3 different types, 3 different amounts here, and you can see by the stain it just gave it a base color. It's a very flat base color. I don't think that it's that desirable. So what we're going to do is just do a little bit of toning. We're going to make it a little bit brown and a little bit more desirable color. So you can see right here where the red is. I'm going to take this stain here, and this stain is provincial because it's a brown stain. I needed a brown to get the look that I wanted. So you can see that that's definitely a brown. So we'll just show you right here, this painted area. So you can see it's not that desirable, but immediately we add some brown to it. And the stain is already, the wood has already taken as much stain as it's going to. So this is a little bit of a more like glazing. So you can just see, we'll let that sit there for a second. And we'll just put a little bit of this color on these spindles, and you'll see in a second the difference. You can see already where it's starting to, you don't need to stain the whole thing, you're just moving the stain around and letting it sit on top just to kind of get the color. Make sure you take your time and get all the areas. You can see it's starting to look much richer, and as we go, this spindle here at one point looks like it was changed. This is a different, it seems to be a different piece of wood. This one right here is much browner, which adds to the look. There, now take some of the color out. Work the stain in again. Make sure you've got all the areas. There, now if you can see the difference, maybe come over here. And if you look at this area right here, it's quite blah. It doesn't have a lot of look to it. If you come over here and look to the spot, it's a much richer looking finish. And then to add to this, we'll use the hand rub oil, which will bring out more color and a lot of the age in the wood. So that's a quick lesson on adding another color of a stain on top to change the look. And like I say, we used a brown with the red. The red's all throughout this whole, all the spindles and all the wood here. There's not much you can do. You can't sand it forever. You'll end up with toothpicks, not with spindles. So just because you've stained it and you don't like maybe the look, it doesn't mean that it's over. There's lots of little tricks you can do. And once we add the oil, and we'll show you that later on, you'll see the richness of the wood. You won't be able to get that with you know, a polyurethane finish or a water base, or you know, any other type of finish. You're not going to see it. When we add the oil, you'll see it'll add a little bit of amber to it, which will make it very rich and help with the show the natural age. There we go.